watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd, ever.
But
never
Pacquiao,
thought
he's one of my favorite fighters.
Cool.
Floyd and Pacquiao, they're one of my favorite fighters. But I still want to see
Floyd's the longer, bigger, better defensive fighter.
Right.
Are so wrong, Shady. This is Floyd Mayweather, the most technically sound, gifted fighter of all time, going against a Hall of Famer, one of the technically sound most fighters of all time, Pacquiao. And they're just doing it at an older age. I am so into this.
I am so into this.
It is a fair fight.
It's a fair fight.
The point is,
I wouldn't be upset if it don't happen.
Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
What do you think's going to happen here, though? What do we think's going to happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it? Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
Renowned boxing analyst and fan-favorite commentator Max Kellerman is weighing in on what could be the most talked-about rematch in combat sports history, Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. And according to Kellerman, this isn't just a fight. It's a collision of two completely different worlds, two contrasting legacies, and two icons who defined an entire era of boxing in ways that couldn't be more opposite from one another.
Mayweather, what's the latest?
All right, Max, so we all know that Floyd Mayweather said he's going to come back to boxing. Obviously, starting with the exhibition against Mike Tyson. We reported it and broke the news last week on the show. I am told to expect Mayweather to rematch Manny Pacquiao later this year. We talked about it on the show last year, right, that this is in the works. I'm told it's still in the works. It's being planned for September in Las Vegas. The Sphere is being discussed. Big possibility for that. And
let the old guys make some money, Shady. Let the old
Shady
guys make some money. They need it.
I thought when Floyd was coming back to fight professionally,
come on, Shady.
I thought he was going to get some real fighters.
Kellerman has made it crystal clear that in his eyes, the rematch carries far more weight than the original encounter, and a big part of that comes down to ring time. He argues that Pacquiao's consistent activity over recent years has kept the Filipino superstar battle-tested and sharp, while Mayweather's extended absences from professional competition tell a very different story. For Kellerman, time away from the ring is never a good sign, no matter how talented the fighter. That said, he's not dismissing Mayweather for a single second. The undefeated record, the slick defensive mastery, the ability to make world-class opponents look completely lost, that's all still very much part of the conversation. But set that against Pacquiao's blistering hand speed, his relentless forward pressure, and his never-back-down mentality, and suddenly you have a matchup with genuine drama and genuine uncertainty written all over it.
Pacquiao just got a draw on the fight I thought he won against a world-class fighter at the age of 46. It's insane. And before that, he beats Keith Thurman. That's already 6 years ago after the age of 40. Giving Thurman his only loss and knocking him down in the process in a great fight. That's insane. Floyd has not been competing on that level in years. Do you think that changes the way people look at this? Like, we all saw Floyd beat him the first time. And a lot of people like Malik and I all think Floyd would have won even had they fought 5 years prior to that. But now maybe have things tipped in Pacquiao's direction a little bit?
Yeah, Max, I think that with Pacquiao coming off of the draw against Barrios, I thought he probably won too, close fight. But I think in some strange way now, this rematch, if it was ever going to take place, now is kind of the perfect time because Mayweather won the first fight, obviously. Yes, Pacquiao had the torn rotator cuff, but Pacquiao now 46, Mayweather now 48. Malik says that, yes, Mayweather has not fought professionally since 2001, 21 or no, 17 actually. I think Conor McGregor.
He's had some exhibitions.
I think Conor McGregor 21 was the Logan Paul exhibition. But yes, with how Pacquiao's looking now, I think this is kind of
Kellerman has gone even further in his praise of Pacquiao, going on record to say that when it comes to pound-for-pound greatness, the Pac-Man may actually have the edge over Mayweather. It's a bold claim, but Kellerman backs it up with a compelling argument. Pacquiao began his professional career as a flyweight, a tiny 112-pound fighter, and clawed his way up through division after division, claiming world titles along the way and defeating bigger, stronger opponents at nearly every turn. That kind of cross-divisional dominance, Kellerman insists, speaks volumes about the man's extraordinary talent and adaptability. Of course, the record books do show that Floyd Mayweather defeated Manny Pacquiao when the two finally met inside the ring. That fact doesn't disappear. But for Kellerman, one result doesn't close the book on the broader pound-for-pound debate, and it certainly doesn't end the conversation about what a rematch could look like.
Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, it's true. Floyd is one of the top 10 greatest pound-for-pound fighters who ever lived. Tough to argue otherwise. But pound for pound, he can't be above Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a flyweight champion. Not that he turned pro at flyweight. He was good enough as a flyweight to be the lineal champion, the real champion. Now, he didn't win titles in every division. He skipped some of these, but I just want to tell you how flyweight, junior bantam, junior feather, junior light, junior welter, welter, junior middle.
He's rolling.
And he laid waste to these divisions. He fought great fighters. He never did anybody. Pacquiao, to me, other than Sugar Ray Robinson, he's still one. Pacquiao is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter who ever lived. I can't put Floyd.
There is very little debate about just how massive a rematch between these two would be for the sport of boxing. Both men are certified global superstars. Both are generational legends who transcended the sport and became household names far beyond the boxing world. A second chapter between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao wouldn't just be a fight, it would be a worldwide event, the kind that stops conversations, dominates headlines, and pulls in audiences from every corner of the planet. The anticipation alone would be unlike anything the sport has seen in years. Two icons, a score left to settle, and the entire boxing world watching with bated breath. That's not something that comes along very often, and everyone in the industry knows it.
Well, this is all about business. This is going to be a mega event. Doesn't matter how old they are. They're the two biggest names in boxing today, even if they aren't, necessarily the most active fighters. And Mayweather's going to have his exhibition with Mike Tyson in the Congo in April. Pacquiao's going to do one in Vegas with Ruslan Provodnikov, and then they're going to go towards the fight.
I don't know how you do an exhibition with Provodnikov, by the way. I don't know if I would do that.
I won't do that. Man.
He's not pulling punches, right?
Exhibition with that's like an exhibition with Drago. Or I'm going to do an exhibition with a wild tiger and a kid, like Provodnikov is not the one.
Kellerman is confident the rematch would generate a level of global buzz that very few sporting events could ever match. In his view, even the skeptics, the fans who claim they've moved on or wouldn't bother watching, would ultimately find themselves glued to their screens come fight night. That's just the power these two names carry. History has a way of pulling people back in, and the Mayweather-Pacquiao brand is proof of that. The numbers from their first encounter are impossible to ignore. That fight pulled in approximately 4.4 million pay-per-view buys, a staggering figure that cemented it as one of the most purchased combat sports events ever. For Kellerman, those numbers aren't just impressive, they're proof that when it comes to fights this big, curiosity almost always wins out in the end.
You thought about that fight going in? When that fight was going on, you had to watch it. The question about making a big event is it compelling enough that when he chooses the right opponent, you're going to watch it. You're going to deny that you're going to watch it live. You're going to watch it live.
I got a better one for you. How about this? Yeah, I will watch it. You're right, I will watch it.
Right.
Don't let them other good fights be on.
I agree with that.
No.
That's fair.
If just a good fight is on, I'm watching the good fight.
I agree.
Like Benavidez versus
Right. You kidding me? I'm gonna have the little Mexican hat on. Watch that joint.
No doubt, but you're flipping. But you're sometimes.
No, I'm not.
Okay, what's going on? Let me flip real quick. See what's going on.
I'm gonna look at Twitter.
He'll be on his phone. He'll be on his phone.
Instagram. What's going on?
Yeah, the whole question is, I want to use this thought experiment to prove how big Mayweather and Pacquiao was. TMZ caught me coming out of some restaurant in LA back before that fight.
So that's a drop. You see that?
And I said, well, no, this was
smooth, right, Mike?
Yeah, everybody go through that. TMZ.
Yeah.
Flex.
Everybody go through
okay,
TMZ.
let me just talk to you because these guys don't know. It's a certain level, guys. There are levels. So I'm coming, and they asked me about Mayweather and Pacquiao, and what I said, which convinced them all in that newsroom when they played the clip, was the Super Bowl's about to kick off, and Mayweather-Pacquiao's about to start. Ding, ding. What are you watching live, and what are you recording?
When? Back then.
And they all said Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Kellerman hasn't held back when it comes to his feelings about the first fight either. He's been refreshingly candid, openly admitting that the original Mayweather vs. Pacquiao showdown failed to deliver on its astronomical expectations. Rather than the explosive, action-packed war that fans had been dreaming about for years, what they got instead was a calculated, chess match performance, tactically impressive, perhaps, but far from the edge-of-your-seat thriller the sport had been promised. In Kellerman's view, that night was ultimately a negative moment for boxing, a high-profile showcase that left the mainstream audience feeling let down.
You didn't like the first time they fought.
I didn't.
I'm not watching the second.
You didn't like that match? No, the first fight.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
So when they wasn't grandpas,
I know you
when it wasn't grandpas,
by the way, that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought it would go that way.
Yeah, but you like Pacquiao more.
No, I didn't like the fact that it
Who's
was a
your
diminished
favorite fighter, Pacquiao or Floyd? Come on, we know it's Pacquiao.
favorite? No, I don't know Pacquiao. Actually,
Manny Pacquiao himself has offered his own explanation for why that first fight unfolded the way it did, and it has nothing to do with tactics or game plans. The 8-division world champion has been open about the fact that he walked into that fight carrying a significant shoulder injury that had been plaguing him throughout his training camp. According to Pacquiao, the damage limited his punching power considerably and forced him to fight in a way that simply wasn't natural to him. He couldn't unleash the full force and aggression that had made him one of the most feared punchers on the planet.